is take a brief break. We're going to get ready for that 6 o'clock newscast and then spend as much time as we need to keep you safe, keep your family safe with this severe weather threat tonight. Unfortunately, this has turned out to be a much more significant tornado threat than we had hoped for yesterday at this time. We certainly knew that severe weather was a possibility and that isolated tornadoes were certainly going to be possible, but this has turned out to be much more significant as far as the upper level energy, the shear involved with some of these supercell thunderstorms. And so again, that's our situation at this point. So we're going to quickly send you as quick as we can to the 6 o'clock newscast. We'll get a chance to regroup here and update everything, and then we'll be back with you in just a couple of minutes.
News in Lincoln. 1011 News at 6 starts now.
Good evening. We begin tonight with breaking news. I'm Owen Jensen.
And I'm Bridget Fargen. 1011 has issued a weather alert day for the potential of severe storms. As Kevin Chimick and Brandon Rector have told you throughout the afternoon, we've had multiple reports of tornadoes on the ground in south central Nebraska. Now, we want to show you some video that was taken by Angela Alsman. This was posted on Facebook, and this is from Roseland, Nebraska. She said that the tornado went 1 block east of Main Street in Roseland. The Adams County Emergency Management told our crews from NBC Nebraska and 1011 News that on scene that 2 homes are destroyed, 8 others damaged in Roseland. Roseland, of course, southwest of Hastings, a town of 235 people.
Now, let's take a look at a picture from Jeff Theus. He took this near Hardy, Nebraska. A storm chaser told our meteorologist, Tony DeGran, it hit just south of town, causing lots of damage. Now, he could not get in because roads are blocked right now. The National Weather Service is reporting multiple buildings and homes damaged, and that town has 235 people in it. Right now, I believe we'll go back to Ken if Ken is ready, or it looks like he's busy still in the Weather Center.
I'll be right
Ken.
there, Owen.
Okay.
I am trying to update some radar images here, and we're going to try and get folks the latest. Again, Rusty Dawkins is keeping everyone updated on our social media sites. Brandon Rector is at the controls as far as the radar is concerned. So we're going to go through here a couple of things. Brandon, take us back to the regional loop on the radar. The regional loop on the radar, this gives us really a good idea of what we're looking at as far as the severe thunderstorms are concerned and their development and their motion over the past couple of hours. Again, several tornado warnings that continue within this tornado watch area. Remember, that tornado watch area, which does include Lincoln, is in effect until 9 o'clock tonight. So that gives you a little bit of a broad view of what's going on, and so there's our situation. Again, much of the coverage area, not looking at severe weather, our main threat is going to be within that tornado watch box, although we are looking at some moderate to heavy rainfall. And again, some of these storms, as Rusty Dawkins was talking about and Brandon updated you, there may or may not have been some civil defense sirens going off over portions of Hall County, and the possibility that there was a brief touchdown, of a tornado just to the west of Grand Island, but no warning was ever issued for that. And it also could have been downburst winds. It could have been some inflow from these particular thunderstorms. So nothing was ever issued by the National Weather Service there, but certainly it gives you an idea of just the unsettled nature of the atmosphere at this time. So zoom in. Once again, we're going to take you into level 2 radar now, and I did have a chance to update this. This is that newest warning now for portions of southern Thayer County. Southern Thayer County under a tornado warning until 6:30. Just before 6 o'clock, a confirmed tornado was located near Byron, Nebraska, moving to the northeast at 35 miles per hour. So again, Byron on the corner of your screen here, and then all of these locations and areas around this particular polygon. Folks, the tornado does not follow the dimensions of a polygon. So this is a general overview as far as the National Weather Service folks are concerned, but we want anyone near or certainly within this polygon, but near this polygon, to be taking the necessary precautions to safeguard themselves and their families as we head into the next couple of hours. So again, earlier reports, this would be the particular tornado warning that earlier in Republic County, Kansas, was called a PDS, a particularly dangerous situation because of a large wedge tornado that, again, is called a wedge tornado because it's wider than it is tall, and oftentimes is a very significant weather threat. All tornadoes are a significant threat, but a lot of times the wedge tornadoes even a little more dangerous, if you will, if I can use that vernacular. So this is the warning for southern Thayer County. That continues until 6:30. These storms continue to move to the northeast at 35 miles per hour, and one of the problems that we've had over the past hour or so, that some of these tornadoes are becoming rain-wrapped. And even though we've got some daylight left, that means they can be very difficult to see. So some torrential rains are also falling with these strongest supercell thunderstorms, and so that's a grave concern. If you hear the civil defense sirens in your particular community, folks, please don't run outside. Try to get a picture or try to see what's going on. Just know that the folks, with your emergency management folks, your law enforcement folks, the National Weather Service folks, and certainly all of your broadcast meteorologists have already determined that this is a serious and dangerous situation for you. So that's our situation right there. That is for Southern Thayer. That is a tornado warning until 6:30. I don't know how many of these, Brandon, I can go through. I think this is Central Republic. That's until 6:15. That is the Central Republic tornado warning until 6:15. That storm again looks like for much of this area now the greatest threat has moved off towards the north, but certainly no guarantee there. Well, and even as we were speaking, you can see the update on Storm Tracker radar. One of the great things about this technology is sometimes even as we are making the point, the radar catches up and does exactly what we were expecting it to do, and so the warning area now has been moved a little bit further north. But certainly from Republic all the way to the Nebraska-Kansas line, we want folks to be very, very careful because that situation is still very significant. We also have tornado warnings for northern Mitchell and southern Jewell, unless that's been canceled. Do we have that warning? Brandon, that might be an old warning, or that might have been canceled. Now, here we go. Nope, you're absolutely right. Northern Mitchell and southern Jewell counties right here. This is a tornado warning until 6:15. That particular storm is moving to the northeast at 25 miles per hour. So again, just on the southern fringe of our coverage area, but it is for folks downstream of this storm that we show you that warning. We also have had a couple of warnings that were expiring as of 6 o'clock. So Brandon, if you will take that level 2 radar and zoom out a little bit, we will show that we only have just a couple of these warnings now, the tornado warnings that continue. This would be for portions of Thayer County. This would be the one for portions of Republic County, and then down here into Mitchell and Jewell counties. So 3 tornado warnings ongoing. That's good news. That's probably the least amount of tornado warnings we've had in about the last hour and a half, but unfortunately we've got tornadoes on the ground with a couple of these, and a very dangerous tornadic situation with perhaps a large wedge-shaped tornado near that Byron, Nebraska area. So once again, before we throw it over to Bridget and Owen, we're going to zoom into that Byron, Nebraska area, right along that Nebraska-Kansas line. That is the latest information. We're going to continue to show you that we continue to see significant rotation with this supercell, and again, it is going to continue to move off towards the northeast, and hopefully everyone in this particular area is safe, but this is a very dangerous situation with this tornado on the ground. So again, not only for folks around Byron and Chester, but for folks down the road a piece as this storm continues to rotate towards the northeast at around 35 miles per hour. So certainly folks in Hebron, we want folks to be prepared for some action there. Gilead, and then it may end up at Alexandria, as well as Bruning, Davenport. All you folks could be looking at a significant situation. We've got one more weather alert coming here. I'm going to give Brandon a second to check that and see if that's something we need to tell folks. If not, we're going to send it over to Owen and Bridget this evening, and we'll be back with complete forecast details, including severe weather updates as they are necessary, but complete forecast details coming up in just a couple of minutes. Bridget, Owen, over to you.
All right, Ken, great job keeping us informed. We should add one more thing here. We do have reporters on the way to the areas affected, and we'll have reports from there as soon as possible. Also, I don't believe there are any injuries reported so far.
Yeah, actually, we had heard with the Roseland tornado there were no injuries. That's according to Adams County Emergency Management. So, you know, obviously some destruction there and damage, but the good news is no injuries or lives lost. So if there's a positive to take away, that's certainly one thing.
And of course, we'll cut in as soon as possible. Ken hears something, he needs to get in, boom, we're going to be right there because that's our job. On to other news of the day. In Lincoln, a dog attacked a woman today, and another woman's key